Hi everybody, Creative Crafts here, and today we are going to be working with old jeans. What I do is try to get biggest pieces as you can or smallest pieces, it doesn't really matter. The first step is you need to take the pieces that you want to, and like see this piece here? Okay, I want to have this piece. It's not totally straight. So what you do is you try to make it as straight as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to sew it anyway. So you cut it and then you keep cutting in all directions. You can use all the pieces if you want. You can leave it long like this if you want. You can make it this short, this small. It can be several different sizes. It doesn't really matter. I just made it work with me when I made the that pillowcase that you see here. And what I did is I tried to find several different pieces and colors if I could, but if you don't have that you can use all the same colors. I had 3 different kinds of colored jeans. I had one with like a pattern like this, as you can see on this one here, and then I had the plains one. I did have a lighter color jean, but I don't have anymore because I already had made a cushion cover already once. So what I'm doing now is just trying to cut out all the excess, that it's uneven or a little crooked or rounded. Try to make it totally flat if you can. If you did quilting, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never sewn before and this is your first time, then I suggest that you make sure you get them. Make sure they're all the same sizes and lengths, and just double check. Like I did this one here, I think. Yeah, was it this one or was it another one? Was it? No, there was this one. And make sure that it doesn't have to be the same this way, as long as it's the same on another side. So if this one is a little too long, what you do is cut it. You can see here too that it's a little bit crooked on that one. So you just cut that with the other one. So you know they're both the same size. And then you go through with the sewing machine. Let me show you here quick. I'm just doing this like a quick tutorial. So you see. You take the 2 pieces, make sure that both the face ends are facing together. You can use those little pins that you use, but I don't, so I just wing it. And then just sew it. Cut off any excess thread or anything, and there you go. You got one piece already sewn together. And what I suggest you do is just keep going. Add another one. Add another one. All the same size. And do you have one long strip? I would suggest maybe 5 strips like this, these sizes. It doesn't matter what size. It depends on how big you want it. If you want to make a blanket, do you want to make a pillowcase, do you want to make a cushion cover? I made a huge cushion cover, so I wanted to have it a little bit longer, at least. Let me see if I can find the measuring stick here. Most likely not. I never can find one that's close to me when I need it. Well, I have this. So, and I made mine at least, I think it was maybe, yeah, it was about 70 centimeters wide. About this wide. You know? About that wide. And that's how I made it. And I made several strips, I think about 10 to 12 strips that size. And then once I made all the strips, then you take all the strips and you do the same thing what you did here. You take like you're taking a whole bunch of strips, make sure they're facing each other, and then sew. Then take the next one. So the next strip, you get all the strips together as one big piece. And you measure how big you want it. If you want it just for a regular size pillowcase, then I would just, you know, there's so many different size pillows. It all depends on how. I would just take the pillow itself and make sure it's handy near you when you're doing the sewing, and wrap the material. Once you get it all sewn together, wrap it around the pillow. And if you see if there's any extra, don't make it too loose, because then the pillow will look lost in it. So I would make it so that you have to squeeze the pillow just a little bit in. And then you have enough material for it. Then I would, you know, of course, again, put the two facing colors together. But when you have all the materials together, just take it frontwards and then fold it like this, so you can sew like an L shape, so you can have a way where you can put the pillow inside, like a pillowcase. And basically that's what I did. You can use, like I showed you, what's on the end of this video. I'm showing you that I took just the legs for the back of the pillow, because no one's going to see it. It's against the chair. I just took the legs and sewed them all together in the back. That's what I did. So, and it looked pretty cool. So, and then I did the other piece in the front. I did this, you know, like that, like these squares with all the different colors. You'll see at the end of this video of a picture of it, also what it looks like and how I did it. Any color jeans you can use. You can use flowered jeans, green jeans, black jeans. You can put all the colors together if you want. I did this because my my entrance hall is white and blue, so with silver. So I decided to make that because I ended up getting this chair from a neighbor, and at the end you'll see what I'm talking about. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just that the cushion itself looked old. And I said, you know what? I can just recover it. It was washed. It smelled good. It didn't smell moldy or anything. So I said, okay. So I just covered it, made this cover for it, and then I'm going to spray paint it white. Right now I'm leaving it like that, so we have to wait until the weather is nice to spray paint it. But that's it. This is a short tutorial on what you can do with jeans, old jeans. Like I said, try to use every little piece you can from it, and sew them all together. Make one big material. You can make a bedspread out of it. You can make pillowcases out of it. You can make a cushion cover for it. So many different things you can do with it. Sofa cover. It depends on how many jeans you have old. I try to save all the old jeans I have so I can do projects like this because it's fun. And that's one of the recycle suggestions for today. Yeah, and when I'm done with my project, you'll see it at the end of this video. So everyone, I sewed all the pieces together, but I'll show you how I sewed them so you know. First I cut all the pieces up in all different sizes, and then I first made a strip. I put all the lines, put some together, and I kept making strips, and then after I put all the strips, made all these strips, I sewed those all together. This is the front end. So I said in the back end, I decided to make bigger pieces because no one's going to see it anyway. So to save me time, I decided to just take the legs from the jeans and sew them across here. And then on the other end, I decided to put a stretch material in the back so that it'll fit snugly on the cushion that I'm going to put it over. And basically that's it. And on the ends, I decided to have a little extra, as you can see what I did here. I have some extra, so when I'm at the bottom end, I want to add maybe some little buttons or something, or I can do it like this, add some buttons. First I want to sew all the way around on the edges first, and then when I'm done with that, then the cushion the cushion cover is finished. This is how you can make a nice cushion. You can make little pillowcases out of these old jeans too. Very easy. Like I said, you take pieces, doesn't matter what sizes, small ones, big ones. If you want to make a patchwork looking pillow, take a whole bunch of small ones. First sew a whole bunch of them together as a strip, And then after you have a amount of strips that you want, sew those all together as one big piece of material, and then measure out the pillow that you want, and then sew it to the form that you need it. Basically, that's how you do a patchwork sewing. So, and this looks gorgeous, I think. I think I did a great job. I was a little aggravated because my sewing machine is a little old, but it looks great, I think. It's even, it's just that I can't really pull it all out. But here I did this for the top part. So you can see that it's the top. And then the rest of the whole front end is all with jeans, as you can see here. All the way down. And this was very easy to do. Like I said, you make strips on any way you want, and then you sew all the strips together, make one big piece of material, measure out the cushion that you want to use it for, and then sew it up. As you sew, make sure all the ends where you stop sewing, you double sew it back and forth so that the stitch that you did on the pieces stick well and it doesn't fall apart. I mean, it's very easy. Like I said, I have to say it again, you take a whole bunch of pieces, I mean, all the same size pieces, not like this. Let me see if I can find one. I mean, you just make sure they're square. If they're like this, you cut them and you make them straight. And you can just take these pieces and then fold it face to face together and then sew it down. Do the next one till you get a long strip for the size you want. And then you do several of them. If you want to make maybe a blanket, you can do the same thing. If you want to do like a day bed cover, I don't know what you call it, and comforter or whatever. You can do anything you want with old jeans instead of throwing them away. You can sew it by hand or with a sewing machine. So this is basically what I did. I think it looks great. I'm going to put it on it, and that is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this little short video on how to recycle jeans. If you misunderstood anything that I said, I know you probably would rather like to see exactly how I did it, but it's easy, very easy explanatory. Sew the pieces all together, make it one long strip, and then sew those strips all together until you get one big piece of material. So I'm explaining that for the third time. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do on the button below. And press that thumbs up if you like the video. And if you want to get notifications on any of my videos that I post out, press that little bell that's on the side of the subscription button. And you'll get a notification on any videos that I post. I wish you guys a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye!